There is a specific moment in a woman's life where the mirror begins to tell a different story. It isn't a story of loss, though the world often tries to convince us it is. It is a story of transition. For decades, we dressed for the climb, for the eyes of others, or for the frantic pace of building a life. But as we cross the thresholds of 40 and 60, the noise begins to fade. We find ourselves standing in the quiet morning of a new era. The question is no longer, how do I fit in, but rather, how do I finally arrive as myself? Style at this stage is not about chasing the ghost of who you were at 20. It is about the quiet power of presence. Many women feel a sense of style vertigo. The clothes that once felt like armor now feel like a costume. You might feel invisible, or worse, like you are trying too hard. But true elegance is never a struggle. It is a calculated refinement. Today, we aren't just talking about hemlines or color palettes. We are talking about the visual language of your soul's second act. You've likely noticed that the fashion industry often treats aging as a problem to be solved with anti-aging labels and camouflage. They tell you to hide, to cover, to blend. I am here to tell you the opposite. To dress younger is actually a misnomer. What we truly seek is to dress vibrantly. We seek to align our external image with the sharp, experienced, and sophisticated mind that lives within. This is the shift from being a consumer of fashion to being a curator of style. The secret to this transformation isn't found in a trend report. It's found in the architecture of the garment. It's found in the way a shoulder line can lift the spirit, or how a specific shade of stone can brighten the complexion more than any cream ever could. We are moving away from the disposable and stepping into the permanent. We are building a wardrobe that doesn't just sit in a closet, but one that breathes with you, moves with you, and speaks for you before you ever say a word. You don't dress for the male gaze anymore, and you certainly don't dress for the judgment of other women. You dress for the woman you have become. There is a mystery in a woman who knows her proportions. There is an authority in a woman who isn't afraid of a bold silhouette. Something is quietly affecting your elegance. It's the realization that you no longer need permission to be the most interesting person in the room. I want you to take a deep breath and let go of the rules you've been told. No long hair after 50, or no bright colors after 60. Those are the echoes of a world that didn't know how to value us. We are rewriting the script. Over the next 20 minutes, we will explore the 5 pillars of modern, mature dressing. This is your masterclass in confidence. This is how we reclaim the light. Number 1, the power of structure. The most common mistake I see is the retreat into the oversized. We often think that by wearing larger, looser clothing, we are hiding the parts of our bodies we are less confident about. In reality, shapelessness adds visual weight and suggests a lack of energy. When the fabric has no direction, the eye doesn't know where to land. It creates a silhouette that feels tired. This is the comfort trap, where we prioritize hiding over styling. See the immediate shift. Structure is the fountain of youth in fashion. A defined shoulder acts like a frame for your face, drawing the eye upward. A blazer isn't just an office staple, it is a structural tool. It creates points of interest, the neck, the wrists, the waist. By introducing lines, we introduce vitality. You aren't squeezing into something tight. You are stepping into something that has its own integrity. Structure says you are organized, capable, and very much present. Proportion is the silent partner of structure. After 40, the middle often becomes a source of stress. But rather than covering it, we define it. Even a soft belt on a trench coat or a high-waisted trouser creates a visual anchor. It tells the viewer where your legs begin and where your torso ends. It creates a rhythm to your outfit. When you master the architecture of your clothes, you stop fighting your body and start celebrating its silhouette. Proportion is the silent partner of structure. After 40, the middle often becomes a source of stress. But rather than covering it, we define it. Even a soft belt on a trench coat or a high-waisted trouser creates a visual anchor. It tells the viewer where your legs begin and where your torso ends. It creates a rhythm to your outfit. When you master the architecture of your clothes, you stop fighting your body and start celebrating its silhouette. This is what I call the reflector effect. Lighter, tonal neutrals, ivory, camel, soft blues, and grays act as natural reflectors. They bounce light back onto the skin, creating a soft focused glow that no highlighter can replicate. Monochromatic dressing, wearing different shades of the same color, is the ultimate luxury styling secret. It creates a long, unbroken vertical line that makes you look taller, slimmer, and infinitely more expensive. It is a quiet way to stand out. Dressing younger doesn't mean wearing neon. It means understanding saturation. A single, deliberate pop of a jewel tone or a sophisticated primary color suggests a bold spirit. It shows you aren't afraid to be seen. The key is to keep the base simple and the event color high quality. This isn't about being trendy, it's about being intentional. Color is an emotional language. Use it to tell the world you are still full of fire. Take a moment to think about your own closet. How much of it was bought for the woman you were 5 years ago? You may have noticed that you've been holding on to pieces out of habit rather than love. This transition is a beautiful opportunity to prune the garden. You don't need 1,000 options. You need 10 perfect ones. You deserve to open your wardrobe and feel a sense of relief, not a sense of I have nothing to wear. Remember, style is the only art form you live your life inside of. Let's make it a masterpiece. Number 3, fabric as a sensory experience. In your 20s, you can wear polyester and look fine. In your 50s and 60s, fabric becomes everything. Cheap fabrics break the illusion of elegance. They cling in the wrong places, they pill, and they lose their shape. But natural fibers, silk, cashmere, fine wool, and heavy linen, they have a memory. They move with a weight that suggests quality and heritage. When you wear high-quality fabrics, the clothes do the work for you. You don't have to pose. The drape of a silk blouse is a pose in itself. The secret to a young look is texture contrast. If you wear all one texture, the outfit looks flat. But when you mix a heavy knit with a smooth leather or a crisp cotton with a soft suede, you create visual energy. This friction between fabrics is what makes an outfit look modern. It shows a level of styling mastery that younger women often overlook. It's sophisticated, tactile, and deeply relatable. It says you care about the details, and details are where luxury lives. Number 4, the accessory anchor. Accessories after 60 should be fewer, but better. We want to avoid the cluttered look. One significant, sculptural piece of jewelry is far more powerful than a dozen small ones. It acts as an anchor for the eye. Think of your accessories as the exclamation point at the end of a sentence. A bold earring or a heavy watch suggests a woman who is decisive. It's about quality over quantity, a philosophy that only comes with the wisdom of age. Never underestimate the power of footwear. The fastest way to age an outfit is with a sensible but dated shoe. Today, we have the luxury of the modern flat and the fashion sneaker. You can have comfort without sacrificing the edge. A pointed toe elongates the leg, and a modern silhouette keeps the entire outfit grounded in the present day. Your shoes are the foundation of your movement. Make sure they look like they are taking you somewhere exciting. We often talk about clothes, but we are really talking about confidence. Have you noticed that when you feel put together, your posture changes? Your voice carries more weight. You take up more space in the world. This isn't vanity. It is self-respect. As we move into the final stages of our styling journey, I want you to remember that the most expensive thing you can wear is a look of total self-assurance. You have earned your place at the table. Your clothes are simply the invitation. Number 5, the modern silhouette, the transformation. Let's look at the transformation. On the left, we see the classic way many women are told to dress. It's safe, it's modest, but it's also aging. It follows the body too closely in the wrong places and uses busy patterns to distract. On the right, we see the modern silhouette. It uses volume with intention. The wide-leg trouser creates a column effect. The tucked shirt defines the waist. The long vest adds a third layer of sophistication. She hasn't changed her age. She has changed her energy. This is the presence shift. It's the difference between being a background character and being the lead. When you embrace modern proportions, you signal that you are still a participant in the current world. You aren't stuck in the decade you were most comfortable. You are here, now in 2024. This is how you dress younger, by staying curious, staying bold, and refusing to be filed away. The journey of style is never finished because you are never finished. You are a work in progress, a vintage that only gets better with the passing of the seasons. Dressing well after 40 and 60 is an act of rebellion against a society that tells us to fade out. It is a way to say, I am still here, I am still relevant, and I am more beautiful than I have ever been. The journey of style is never finished because you are never finished. You are a work in progress, a vintage that only gets better with the passing of the seasons. Dressing well after 40 and 60 is an act of rebellion against a society that tells us to fade out. It is a way to say, I am still here, I am still relevant, and I am more beautiful than I have ever been. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these pillars will you embrace first? Comment below and let's inspire each other. Until next time, stay elegant, stay confident, and remember, the best is yet to come.